All right, so I have a confession to make to you as I drive off to my haircut today. I have, for most of my life, for many, many, many years of my life, been a negative person, a complainer, critical. If you wanted to know what was wrong with anything, all you'd have to do is ask me. And I can tell you what was wrong. I can give you the nitpicks. I can give you the flaws. I can tell you what was wrong with people, any person. And I'll be honest with you, I didn't always like that about myself, because being negative all the time, or having a negative bend as it were, can really wear a person out, can really erode a person's joy, can erode a person's happiness, because there's something about negativism that I think makes us believe that, we're realists, or maybe we're smarter than other people, or just whatever, we always have the criticism. We could always tell you what's wrong. We could always tell you how things could be better. And I discovered that being that way can make you tiring to be around. Like, other people don't really enjoy your presence when you're always negative. And I think because sometimes negativity is portrayed and like the media or movies or TV, that negativism is often portrayed as cool, tough, funny, whatever, and almost like if you're negative, you're unique. You're not, conforming to everyone else. And the problem is you don't realize how much that erodes just your ability to enjoy life, because negativism has a way of growing, festering, and before you know it, instead of liking something until you have a reason not to like something, instead of enjoying something until you have a reason not to, your assumption is that just everything sucks. Instead, it's everything is guilty until proven innocent. Everything is lame until proven that it's not. And it's a terrible, terrible place to be, because it's not long before you really can't think a positive thing about anyone. Imagine how that can play games with the most important relationships in your life. And so the thing that has helped me more than anything else, I found something that has really helped to almost retrain my brain away from a negative bend into a positive bend, which, by the way, finding that positive bend, finding that place of positivity, you are able to enjoy your life so much more. Suddenly, things that you may not have enjoyed before because you would have had criticisms about them, you are able to find things that bring joy into your life. You talk about when you're negative, it's almost like life begins to lose its flavor and things become almost like bland and unpleasant. But when you are able to find joy and find the positive in life, it's not just hey, this is the power of positive thinking, or this is, pie in the sky, which, by the way, let me just say, I would rather be after being on both sides, I would rather be blissfully ignorant and positive and enjoying life than be a quote-unquote realist and just be miserable all the time. And that's from experience. But the thing that helped me retrain my brain to be positive is something that's very simple, and I've touched on it before, and it's a topic that I'm a little bit passionate about, and that is the deliberate, intentional practice of gratitude. And what I mean by that is literally taking time every day to just sit and think about what I'm grateful for. And in my case, what I like to do is, before I go to bed at night, is I like to pull open my journal app on my phone and just put maybe one, maybe two things that I'm grateful for. And it could have been, I'm just grateful that I got to spend some time with my son today, or I'm just grateful that I went out to dinner with my wife, or something. And bonus points for me if I recognized how grateful I was in the actual moment and snapped a quick picture of it. And so what I like to do is, if I'm in the moment and I'm feeling good and I'm feeling like, wow, I'm enjoying this moment with my son, or I'm enjoying this night out with my wife, or maybe even something as small as I'm enjoying this beautiful sunset, or I went on a walk and I'm enjoying the fresh air, I'll take some sort of picture with my phone that represents that activity, and I'll slap that in my journal entry on my phone as well. So I just want to really encourage you, if you struggle with negative thoughts, if you struggle with negativity, with being critical, with maybe even being judgmental, though you would never admit that or even maybe not recognize that. Side note, usually the people who go around accusing others of being judgmental are some of the most judgmental people I know. So wrap your brain around that. But take a couple of minutes sometime during your day. You don't have to do it when you're laying in bed at night before you go to sleep like I do. I just like to do it because I like gratitude to be my last thought at night. And just write something down. Type something in. Take it from here to here somehow and get it out there how grateful you are, or something that you're grateful for, even if you've had the worst day ever. So give that a shot. Put that into practice, and you will see your negative thoughts, your negativity slowly turn to positivity, and life is going to take on a richer color for you. It's going to take on more flavor for you, because after a while you will train your brain into looking for things to be grateful for, looking for those moments that maybe you can add to your journal at night, and it will make a huge difference. It will be the greatest brain hack you have ever exercised. And so that's all I got. We'll see you next time.